Good evening, my late night tarantulas. Or you may very well be very early morning drunken pumpkins. And I'm not a Halloween fan anymore, guys. I mean, when I was a kid, I outgrew Halloween pretty quick. Just buy your own candy. Why go through the trouble? But I would sometimes dress up, just little thing, like pretty much what I do daily anyhow, right? But including my little Trump sign here. But for the most part, by the time I was an early teen, a late tween, or whatever you want to call it, I was coming home filled with eggs and shaving cream. I don't know what you guys do in the rest of the states. I mean, during July 4th, you couldn't walk when I was younger. Like I'm gonna say before I turned into a teenager. So we're going on. Today's my birthday, by the way. So we're gonna go back 40 years. Let's say 40 years. 9 years old. Okay. So exactly. And no, I'm kidding. And you'd walk outside during the fourth, and this you couldn't see anything. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face because there'd be so much smoke from fireworks. This has all changed. Things have changed. New York, New York. Now it's the concrete jungle. That's definitely one thing that's changed. I don't expect anybody to be up tonight. I don't expect anybody to be watching, but we'll see. I need I have tons of videos that have been sitting here and um I lost one. I'm very upset. I didn't lose it. It well, it got up and walked away. No, no, no. Um it seems to have been taken down. And it was a good one, and I didn't watch the whole thing, and I barely remembered what it was about. And this is going back like a week and a half, and I'm very upset that I didn't get it out there. And that's why I'm like, let me do this. It's been quite a while since I've been on. Um, I'm pretty sure Joe is asleep right now. Pretty sure. But I do want to there was like a lot of things to talk about. New York, obviously. I'm worried about my hometown, but not too much. I'm looking at my friends that I'm still friends with because they're not libtards. They may be Democrats, but they're not stupid. I never met a stupid New Yorker. I have never met anyone born in New York that was stupid. We can't be. We can't live on that street and be stupid. You can't have, you can't afford it. You can't have, tons of different ethnicities live in the same area and not know certain things. And so my Democrat friends, and in my neighborhood, there's a lot of Republican, well, MAGA. I wouldn't say they were Republicans. I myself, uh, I am an independent, but I'm a MAGA independent, right? They, even them I know voted MAGA, but even these Democrats, I saw it. They were like, well, I did early voting. I went out, blah, blah, blah. Got it done. They're like saying, make sure you read because they're really tricky with these bills that they want you to sign in. Yes, I agree to this. Whatever, check. Yeah, you got to make sure what you're checking off there, my friends. They make it very difficult, very twisted, and it's acceptable wording. It shouldn't be. Not everybody understands politics, philosophy, law. Anyhow, I was hoping even Mama Helen would be up, but I don't see it. My goggles. I'm gonna fight it on my own. Things they are a changing. All right. What, everybody is asleep, huh? I'm gonna fight it on my own. All right. I just want to get to some videos. There were things I want to talk about. Really prefer somebody else here. Um, the EBT cards. Everything has to be reset. We are in a reset. We're in a global reset. We are in a national reset. We're in a monetary reset. We are in a taxational reset. We're in a constitutional reset. Okay? Nobody's going to starve. We have donations of up to 130 million just to pay off our soldiers and such. It ain't gonna happen in this country. If my neighbor, my brother, my friend's kid is hungry, we're gonna help him out. We don't need no government to take our money and distribute it to who we would normally just do. And if you can't, if you don't have the means to help someone out, then you don't. But you don't have to pay taxes to do it either. Here's one for you EBT people. Go to Walmart when they're throwing out all the old stuff, a day old stuff. You'll have food and you argue with them and their policies because you of your Democrat state. You argue with them of why you can't take that day old food that's in cans, milk, ham. This has been proven. Restaurants do it. All the big shopping stores from Walmart to, I don't know if A&P exists. I don't know if anybody knows, to Shop and Stop to Publix over here in Florida. They all have to do it. I remember watching a few viral videos of how much they actually throw away. Products too, but it was mostly food. This isn't right either. And let's say maybe some of it could have been saved for people in need. Maybe. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Come on now. EBT my ass. Yeah. Because, I know people back in Brooklyn 15, 20 years ago, because I've been gone for 10 years now. I was 10 years yesterday because I was turning 39 the next day when we moved to Florida. Yes. Yeah, I was 38 when we moved here. Lucky to retire so early, right, guys? But I work my ass off and I really try to help as many people as I can. So I do have conditions that don't allow me to do as much as I want to because I'll tell you something, I would have been out there in the mayoral race and everybody would have known who the fuck I was and what the fuck I was about. Cowards, them all. Cuomo's a coward. That Mandani, he's a coward. The Muslims don't like him. He's not a traditionalist. The ones wearing the jihadis. And you know what? They're not all over New York. Don't think that they're in certain sections. Well, so are the Jews. So are the Ukrainians. So are the Greeks. So are the Polish. It's not any different. The only difference is, and people don't seem to understand this, is Muslim is a religion. It's not a race. There's only one race anyhow, the human race, but they're Arabic, right? They're Middle Eastern. They're not Muslim. I'm I used to teach a kid MOFID. MOFID. When I first realized they moved in next door, the uncle, which was her brother, I guess, right? It was her and her child. The uncle was very, very stern Muslim. I had no idea. Did he go to the mosque every day? I don't know. I didn't know. He lived like a door and a half away. Because there's adjacent buildings that share sometimes, what do they call connected buildings, I guess. And the baby, he wasn't a baby, he was like 10 years old, Wolfit, and he was afraid of Hawkeye, which is crazy. Hawkeye's afraid of his own shadow. But, I remember him clearly trying to walk around, step around Hawkeye. 2 weeks later, she sees me outside painting with one of my other students. We used to paint the garden a lot. And she says, "How much do you charge? Can he do it?" I was like, "Of course." But, Hawkeye was out at the time too. And she was telling him, "Look at the dog. Go look at the dog." She was not her brother. Just like in the same family, you have MAGA and you have Democrats. And that Mofid stayed with me for months until she had to move. What an excellent little artist. Oh my God, did he pick up on it like that? Whoa. It's painting, painting. I still remember it. It was so good. The tree and oh my goodness. He did a pine. That was inside with my dog in a small little like 920 square foot apartment, right? So, I mean, even earlier on, there were there are two there's the G Hub, which covers the whole face. Now they wanted to make this legal in New York 20, 30 years ago. I remember reading about it. And I was like, what the fuck back then? That they wanted to take pictures with just their eyes showing. What's the point of ID? No, no. But there's a difference, right? There's some that just wear the hair. This is very common for, they, I don't even know if there's a different name for it, but it's just over their hair and you see their whole face. And this isn't like even traditional jihabs where like they'll have like rainbows and stars and girly little girly stuff, right? Now these are for like younger or um high school. I've seen this. This the difference with Mamdani is not that he's Muslim and a non-traditional Muslim at that. Um, he's communist. It's like, and I'm telling you, my friends can see it because even though they're Democrats, they're just not stupid. I told people a long time ago, I know everybody's putting New York down, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We run your money, people. I wish I could vote. I should have sent in I don't vote. I don't vote. I don't vote. I don't vote anymore. I vote for Trump. But I'm legally I don't know what the hell I am. And legally I still belong to New York. So but I can't get down there and it's probably too late to yeah, I only voted for the presidents. I'm so used to not voting for the primaries and then I probably did vote for Bloomberg. I was too young to vote for Koch. President Trump, why don't we have anybody like Koch? Ed Koch. God, he loved everything. I never got to meet, I mean, I got to meet him, but not in like a personal setting, like a couple of my friends did, because he was in parades all the time. He loved the city, loved the city. And he was most definitely asexual, I would believe. I mean, you would think he's almost flamboyant, but he's not. Um, guess he just decided to just stay what he was, but the man loved the city, no doubt. I wonder if he's buried in the cemetery. Maybe he's buried in Greenwood. There's a couple of cemeteries, bunch of famous people get buried in, and he deserved it. Oh God, did he love the city? I guarantee Trump knows exactly who he is. Probably had lunch with him many times. I have no doubt. Oh my God, what a fantastic man. You could just tell. You could just tell. He's gone already. Tucker Carlson, that's another weirdo. I'm not going to talk about it right now. Something's off. with Candace and Tucker, or I don't know. Guys, I don't know if they're acting or part of the plan. It's just so much. I didn't even put up a damn. Oh, I meant to put up a thumbnail. Oh well. Oh well, we got my scary mega up. Oh right, I have also Alex Jones. We'll see if we'll get to that. I haven't watched that. It's like 15 minutes. I don't know if I could sit here take it down now. Let's see. Go watch some of my shorts at the moment. Oh, good. Hillary went up. Which it's witch Hillary, but I spelled it, as in witch because she's a witch. Witch, right? Again, I'm not into Halloween. Like I said. Oh, that's right. I was going back to that. Come on. I don't know what you guys do, but when we get to be like teenagers, we would just throw eggs at each other and we were pretty decent though. Like you wouldn't go after anybody that wasn't playing the game. And this was like a neighborhood thing. I don't know if, yeah, because I've been in the city. They did it in the city too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been in the city a couple times for Halloween and they did in the city too. It stopped. It faded out probably in the early 90s. Thank goodness, because I probably still would have been doing it. Such a child. I'm a big baby. My girlfriend Christy, she puts up a post. Hi, Christy. She says, um, I don't care how old you are, when you see at the toy store, try me, push me, you gotta do it. I would. I'd be like, oh my God, every single one. It's terrible. Okay. All right. Let me share. I don't even know if anybody's on. I'm sorry. Probably not because we haven't been on in 2 weeks. Um, but I will check and do certain things while we watch. The AI guys, I wish you understood. I don't know if you understand AI exactly like I do, or I'm sure billions of, or at least millions of other people that work with it understand better than I do. But it is artificial intelligence. Think of Data from Star Trek, right? From Star Trek Next Gen. Well, he's like he's an android. It's part of artificial intelligence. And our phones and our computers and our TV, they're all considered smartphones, right? Because they learn. They learn how you like things, how you like settings. This is all AI, what you need. Um, don't be afraid. I wouldn't be afraid of it. Learn it. Learn. Don't be afraid of it. Learn. Because there, I can't tell you how many they did. Like, I'm not sure if we did this one last time with Mama Helen, but this one in general. Um, so I have Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, where's the volume? There she is. Going to work. And I think I may have shown this. You little creep.
Ooh. Ha 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 ha.
All right, so she, believe me, I have conspiracy theory videos too, but I have to tell you about the AI. This is incredible, right? It's it's a default program. It's a default program. Chucky here is supposed to go and strangle Nancy Pelosi. not himself, which is exactly what he does. And Nancy grabs him. He comes from the back, scares her a bit, grabs his throat. Yeah, these are all in sections, right? And you kind of try to make a story out of it. You usually don't do 5 or 10 minutes more of AI at a time because it would be a waste of money because it fucks, the AI can fuck it up. Like if I said I'm going to give you the bird, right? The AI doesn't understand that, right? It's a baby. Even if you said stick up the middle finger, you have to be more exact because it won't get the reference. It's a baby AI, right? But this, as a default program, Chucky should have gone after Nancy Pelosi, choked her, and I think that's it. I added the explosion. I made a new part, another 5 seconds of AI, which came out pretty good, except for Nancy looks a lot younger and prettier and is in a back seat. I'm not going to show you the whole video again, but that's how it is. It does mess things up. But the fact that it took on its own to, I think Helen suggested that Chucky was saying, or the AI was saying that Nancy was killed, hanged, which we believe, which also pray for the people in Jamaica and Cuba and such that are having devastating times with Hurricane Melissa at the moment. Um, there's a reason. There's a reason, but there are good people. I mean, we have our own Navy guys, right? At Guantanamo Bay. So, but there is a reason it's happening in Jamaica. You wouldn't believe it, but you know how many Germans fled to Jamaica? Now, remember, they're not Germans. They're not, they're not real, they're Khazarians. All right, but we'll get to that. Um, the- oh, I hope people like this one.
I stopped on by to see what was going on
I
with the
did play this
children of
last
the
time.
earth. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah, all right. Awesome. God blesses Donald Trump and all that command evil into the shadows. Thank you. Remember, I love you. Take care.
That's a bunch of different programs. That one it did right because, well, I guess Charlie was an angel, right? I don't know. Um, what was my point about that one now? I had a point about the Charlie one. Oh yeah, Mama Helen asked, and it's a fair question. She goes, I can't believe you did something like that because A, of what we know, to be true, conspiracists believe that Charlie either was an actor, wasn't real, he's not dead, clone. We believe 1,000 different things, but we don't believe it was Charlie Kirk or that he's dead. Um, when you do artwork, you don't do it for yourself, right? Um, I'm trying to get some people on board, maybe with the way I think, maybe through my artwork. I don't know. It does symbolize a part of my belief, though. I am spiritual in that way that I can see this actually being this, the Charlie video actually being somewhat true. If it was true. If it was true, if Charlie had really died. But he's not dead. And there's so many conspiracists that are like, no, where it's gone over conspiracists, it's got to be millions of people by now that don't believe Charlie Kirk's assassination. And, well, we'll find out why. I hope eventually. This one, it did okay.
Are you friends with Nancy?
Are you friends with me?
This biatch. No.
Oh, what the hell is that? Oh my God.
Only on.
The only time you'll hear him as a black man, I swear. It's like a black ditch. Oh my God. Okay, this I love. I like this one, guys. I wish you got more views, but
I am pure evil. Infamously evil. That even I know I must go to prison. Lock me up.
So says the liberally challenged.
I am pure evil.
why am I playing my artwork? I'm sharing. I want to see if there's any midnight tokers. Some of them go horribly wrong. I don't know what happened with the Schumer and them at the end there, but who was it? It was Clinton, Obama. I had some New Yorker friends also asking, I don't understand what you mean. Like they all think about the football thing, right? Who cares that he doesn't speak English? Because in New York, it don't, nobody speaks fucking English. It's like, well, everybody does really. They're just not well. Kidding, I'm kidding. Man, I could use a shot of something. Cool. No, just like Obama got, right? It's it's not that everybody's bilingual, but you can't walk down the block and you can't have a store and not know English in Manhattan or in this most parts of the boroughs. I mean, like I said, a lot of things are very. My neighborhood was mixed, although it did start off as Norwegian, Irish, Scottish, and Norwegian, or Irish and Norwegian, really. And then you had Flatbush and so the Italians, and then you had I mean, everything was divided, and there's certain areas that just people came together and it didn't matter, which is mostly all of New York now. I'm so happy people like this one. Got a lot of likes for this. Couple more. This, oh wait, I have, oh, God. He's saving so many babies, Trump. I mean, you got the Operation Grayskull. You got the closing of the borders. You got Roe versus Wade turned back to the states. You got sex trafficking, child trafficking. You got these companies being that's why people don't realize tariffs must be high also because babies were being delivered that way. Don't believe me? Wait, it will come out. Tulsi Gabbard telling us about the organ harvesting. Let me start with years ago. I might have been with John for a couple of years. He had a partner, Patty, and yes, about 2006, maybe somewhere around there, maybe seven. Come to find out, a block away from the precinct, the 6-2 precinct, Brooklyn. Give a shout out to you guys. Boom! Some of them might be still there. I doubt it, but um, some of John's old partners, I mean. So they found out a block away there was a funeral home selling body parts. This triggered so many things because it started dawning on me what else deals with body parts? You know, they had all this trouble with the stem cell research and then now abortion clinics, you know, there's a reason. It's all connected because Satanists like blood. You have cannibalism, vampirism, and S&M and all this other shit that has existed since the dawn of time. So we're told. Why is it so hard to believe? And why is it so hard to believe that evil had control? Is it? Is it hard to believe that evil had control? I love babies. I love my babies.
Isn't this a beautiful baby? Such a beautiful baby.
Yes, I started getting into the voices. I got some with the Hillary now. I hope they're going to make a Pelosi. I can't seem to ask for it. Um, lots of these for those that are artists, because I see that some are taken after me, and I'm very happy about that. And like a bunch of people are asking me how certain things are done, which is great. By all means. Um, I know I forgot my train of thought. Yeah, well, you can ask me anything, and I'll tell you how it goes. I, oh, that was the other thing. Shit. I knew I keep forgetting things. I'm gonna show you guys. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna show you guys the difference in AI and not AI. Some things that are telling that you'll know to look for. I'll either do that today or tomorrow. I buy a lot of apps and I'll do an app for a month before I decide to get it for a year. But a lot of these AI apps, even the voice ones, um, you have to pay for the year and then pay monthly anyhow. It's a lot of money. Just, but I quit cigarettes. I quit meat. I haven't had a drink in like almost 2 years. Um, I could afford and I haven't bought any paints. That's my go-to. Like like a kid in a candy store, either certain parts of Home Depot or uh Michael's or something. But now I'm buying these and I'm enjoying it and I'll find out who treats you right and I'll tell you guys if you want. Because I already spent the money, so why bother? There's one or two of you that wanted to know how to do memes and stuff. Mama Helen's working on memes. If you want to come on Zoom and do it with me, like Janice, I know Janice. She gave me her phone number. She's like, I have so many ideas. by all means, you don't want to go through all the artwork. You just have the ideas. I am here. I will collect your ideas and put it to life because I love it. I love art. I love artisans. Mega is an art. When you have dirty walls, what do? You paint it. You clean it, you paint it, you make it look nice. That's what we're doing to America. We're making it nice, nice.
Give me your prayers and your help. I believe that together we can make America great again. Give me your prayers and your help.
So Trump wasn't the first to say it. Thank you, Chris. Chris put this up. I was like, I don't think Momma Helen put it up. And he did. It was a good find. Why didn't you do it, Clinton? Why did you let someone suck your dick in the White House instead? What happened in that East Wing? We want to get rid of it. Don't doubt it, guys. There are tunnels under that East Wing. Come to find out recently, I had looked it up yesterday morning, that there are tunnels from watching Brian Craig, guys. Told you I watch him. He was on to something about bunkers. And it makes sense that they're rebuilding the bunker in the White House under the East Wing with this ballroom. It makes a lot of sense. He makes a lot of sense. Go and watch him, guys, 6 to 9 in the morning. Very fair opinions about what's going on in Mega. But I can assure you also that there were tunnels. You don't make a bunker where you're trapped. Okay, that doesn't happen. I am positive there were tunnels to the Capitol. I always called it one thing, the Capitol and the White House, because it's one whole big thing, one whole big area, because there's tunnels. That's the way my brain looks at it. But even in Albany, there were tunnels. Oddly, some of them became more shown or evident, but there are tunnels all over, and there's a reason. It's not all good. It's it's not all good. It was not about freeing the slaves. It was about capturing people and putting them on trains and getting them to the places that people were paying money to have these sexual desires craved and cravings all satisfied. I don't know. I don't think I have the stomach to talk about that shit right now, but I know it's going to get worse once I go into the other videos. I don't know if people are going to stay with me this long, but I'm going to be up for a while. I've had weird sleeping hours, so why not? Okay, this is another one that the AI seemed to pull around with. Love it. My little baby artificial intelligence. You did make them fall.
Find answers.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's the one with Trump's voice. Only like one of the first ones.
Find answers when liberally challenged.
It's pretty good, that app. I mean, it sounds like Trump. If I make it faster or slower, it doesn't help. I would have to cut. Maybe I'll try it, make it more because it sounds very robotic. And if I edit it right, which means I have to slow everything down, pull it out, and then cut it exactly and connect it. It's a lot of work. I am going to do some lessons on that on my other channel for popular demand. Had like 2 or 3 people ask me, so might do that. So when you learn that, you'll understand what I'm talking about, and then cut it out. So the voices aren't that perfect, but they're good. I didn't mean to make this into an artsy fartsy live anyhow. But fact is, again, this was a default. Your one was not supposed to turn into the scare guy, which it doesn't even really look much like him. He wasn't supposed to turn into him. He was supposed to be grabbed by him. Okay, just like Chucky. Now, these have been up for a while. They've started putting out, I started putting out Halloween stuff. Like, where'd this girl come from? I didn't do that, right? The AI did. The Halloween stuff started coming out about a month ago, which everything does. They push things early. I didn't want to start that early. I started about a week ago, week and a half ago. Um, but you would think if they had problems, if there were glitches, they would have corrected it within, a few weeks, maybe a few days even. I have written about certain glitches and it usually takes 72 hours. And I'm a big fan of a lot, like I won't waste my time. If it's a terrible app, I won't waste my time with it. I'll just be like, screw you, I'm never gonna pay for you again, write a bad review. But if it's a good one, I'm gonna be like, yo, I am a fan, meaning you're fantastic, and please just upgrade this or do that. Like I know web dev a little bit, and I know what they kind of go through. And I've said, you got to go back. You got to check something. Something's wrong. I'm not lying to you. And it's been fixed. Um, Pretty good with computers, guys. I didn't know why. Been doing it since very young. So again, the AI decided to make him the bad guy, Mamdani, instead of have the bad guy take him. Mamdani also looks like he's in his early 40s. He has aged a lot in the last 2 years. Probably a year, I think he's been around. And I'm gonna have to tell you, I don't think he is 34. Just my professional opinion and all. I mean, even if he gained weight, there's something, I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't watch him that much. Something's not, something's not right. I mean, the whole thing isn't right. We all know he's a liar and all this shit, but
We keep winning. Win, win, win. Winning, win, win. Win, win, win. Winning, win, win. Winners won. Fantastic MAGA. Don't liberally challenged.
so I had an old friend come on and yell at me. How dare I be using liberally challenged? Well, it was given to me first of all. Patch, who gave me the name liberally challenged, um, comes and goes. He's upset that we don't believe totally in the flat earth theory. Well, it's hard to believe. You can't get pissed at us for not. I question everything, including my own sanity. Lots of times. But Patch comes back a lot. That being said, he never said don't use it. I put a lot of time into it, but I've also thought about changing the name to Sane Patriot. Um, I had, I wrote it. I answered one of you guys in the chat. Not that anybody in the chat really watches the show. It seems like I have more in the community section than in the shorts than anything, but it seems that it clicked. Sane Patriot. Like after writing it out, I looked at it, and then I think Momma Helen said something very similar. And I said, what do you think of Sane Patriot? So there are chances of changing um, the name. And as much as I don't always get along with people, we're not meant to get along all the time. Things happen, people tweak, they go through different phases, things happen. Shit happens. I don't, and I might be upset at the time, but I will never ever wish you unwell. That's a fact. I'll always wish you the best. Even libtards. That's why I got upset when Trump said, uh, you know, pregnant women shouldn't take the Tylenol, and then all those freaking liberals went and took taking that swallowing the Tylenols down. I do care about people. I don't show it all the time, but you know, some of us have to be tough because others are sheeple. You think I want to sit here doing this all the time? Yeah, I do. I love it. I love politics. I love my art. I love the whole thing. I love America. I always did. I haven't changed. I'm doing the same thing I have always done. I knew one.
What is going on? No. I blew up on liberally challenged.
It sounds so robotic. I blew up on liberally challenged. Now, again, the computer made a mistake, but this at least wasn't a default. It was supposed to fly to the moon, but it decided to fly forward towards us. So I had to do a little, you can't really tell, and you get the gist of it. I'm not going to sit there playing with it when I could get onto a new one, right? It's, if somebody wanted to buy it, fine, I'd make it perfect, but just take it the fuck I care and redo it yourselves. I don't really care. I am just so not, I'm not a very, I don't know. I'm sorry to tell you, Prince, but I started signing my name as a ladybug way before you started as the sign formerly known as Prince kind of crap. Because I just always had shitty handwriting. I have the shitty. You give me like, markers or any, I could draw, I could paint, whatever. Straight lines, circles. Sign my name. Looks like doctor's handwriting.
And good evening. As we come on the air tonight, one of the strongest hurricanes ever recorded, barreling through the Caribbean. Jamaica slammed with the full force of the monster Cat 5. Melissa roaring ashore there this afternoon, packing life-threatening winds and rain. And look at these flooded roads completely inundated as raging waters rush in. The warning from officials tonight, displaced crocodiles could be lurking in the water, and that is not a joke. Moments ago, the Prime Minister of Jamaica telling Top Story tonight, his biggest concern is damage done to multiple hospitals. You can see that roof ripped apart on this one, the full scope of the devastation and potential loss of life on the island, not yet in full view. The Prime Minister also telling us it's still too dangerous for search and rescue teams to go out. We'll have that full conversation with the Prime Minister straight ahead. 25,000 tourists, though, still trapped on the island, some barricading themselves in hotel ballrooms like this. Melissa's next targets, Cuba, then the Bahamas, both bracing for direct hits. We have full team coverage tonight. Our reporter live in the storm zone and our meteorologist Al Roker standing by to time it all out. But we begin tonight in Jamaica, where NBC's George Solis is in the storm zone.
Yes, you're in the right place. Duval County's favorite Acura dealership on Atlantic Boulevard.
Tonight, a devastating direct hit. Melissa slamming into Jamaica as a catastrophic Category 5 hurricane, pummeling the island with 185-mile-an-hour winds and torrential rain. The monster storm unleashing raging floodwaters and life-threatening storm surge, tearing roofs from homes and knocking out power for hundreds of thousands. This was the terrifying scene inside a hospital as Melissa ripped through. Tonight, officials cautioning people to avoid flooded areas where crocodiles may lurk.
Kingston may have been spared the worst of Melissa, but we are still experiencing those strong tropical force storm winds.
Before Melissa's historic landfall, officials had this dire final warning.
Don't bet against Melissa. It is a bet we can't win.
Melissa roared ashore midday in New Hope on the southwestern coast before slicing across the island to the resorts of Montego Bay.
Unfortunately, It's here.
It's here.
Wind has been pretty gnarly this morning.
Officials say some 25,000 tourists are stranded.
We were advised to put one of our mattresses on the window and barricade it with the tables that we have in the room.
People staying at this Montego Bay hotel were evacuated to the ballroom, where they rode out the storm, huddled together on the floor.
Yeah, the beach is just devastated.
Christina and Tony Malscioti were in Negril celebrating their 10th anniversary. Like many tourists, they scrambled to try and get out before airports closed, but their flight was canceled, leaving them stranded.
It was horrific. It was absolutely terrifying. And I think it was mostly the fear of not knowing. I've broken down several times just crying. You know, I don't want to end my life here.
Melissa tying the record for the strongest Atlantic storm to ever make landfall.
Wow.
This was the reaction from our meteorologist at NBC6 in Miami, getting an update on the storm's unbelievable strength live on air.
Oh, my Jesus Christ.
The storm so dangerous, a Hurricane Hunter flight gathering data had to turn back for the second day in a row. Evacuations are now underway in Cuba, which is bracing for impact. While here in Jamaica, it could take weeks to fully assess the full scope of Melissa's devastation. These whipping winds expected to be with us through tonight. Now, Jamaican officials hope that they are able to assess the nation's airports tomorrow, both the one in Montego Bay and here in Kingston, to start some of those relief flights and bring help to those areas that have been devastated by Hurricane Melissa. Tom?
George Solis for us tonight. George, thank you. Let's get right over to Al Roker. Al, Hurricane Melissa now one of the strongest Atlantic hurricanes on record, stronger than Hurricane Katrina. Walk us through what you're watching right now and where it is.
Okay, so here we have right now, you can see that eye just making its way now across Jamaica, 15 miles east of Montego Bay, 145 mile per hour. Still a Category 4 storm. It's moving northeast at 8. This system has been moving relatively slowly, Tom. So as it pushes further to the north, it still is taking its time dumping tons of rain. Now, what's made this so strong? Well, the ocean waters are about 2.5 degrees warmer than average. So this rapid intensification, the strength of this storm, likely 700 times more likely due to human-caused climate change, which has created this monster storm, Tom.
Really?
Yeah, and then where's it headed from there? We can see the tail end there of eastern Cuba, and it looks like it's going to be a bullseye.
Yes, that's right. So right now we've got these tropical storm warnings. We've also got hurricane warnings right up through the Bahamas.
Well,
this thing makes landfall sometime early tomorrow morning in Cuba, staying a Category 4 across the area, and then the rainfall amounts going to really exacerbate landslides, mudslides. We're talking about rainfall amounts anywhere from 5 to 15 inches of rain, and then the thing rockets off. It hits the Bahamas, the eastern chain of the islands there, but as a Category 3, and then continues, even still threatening Bermuda, Tom, as a Category 2 storm.
Yeah, and then Al, you've covered a lot of these storms. I have as well.
Watching.
I can tell you what concerns me is that we're not seeing a lot of what's happening in Jamaica right now. And even speaking to the Prime Minister, we're going to hear from him a little later. It's unclear, the picture. That concerns me. What about you?
Well, I think just the strength of this system has really kind of, in a sense, not so much surprised us, because we started talking about this back on October 12th. And here we are now today, still talking.
If they knew October 12th, who would fly over there? No honeymoon is worth it. This I found interesting. So, gusts will exceed 200 miles per hour. There was one other thing. Let me see if it's in here. Yeah, power outages. This is old already, but what we just watched is a little newer. But I like this. Please write down your phone number on your pets. This is good for anybody, right? Even if he has collars or whatever, they can come off, right? You put a phone number on a dog, right? Listen, and children, and your belly with a water-resistant marker on their bellies. That makes sense. You don't know. You just don't know, right? People have been through this. Just in case they escape, right? No station has the same information. All of them are reporting different wind speeds. Highest I've heard is 241 miles per hour. Who the hell's thinking that? But it could be. Who knows? Now, I am not sure myself if it's not man-made. Of course, people are devastated. It just seems very odd that it's going to Guantanamo Bay at this time. I just brought up Gitmo the other day. Why does this happen to me? Seriously, it seems like everything I bring up, something happens the next day. I don't know if I played the Kim Kardashian one that I did, the short. Um, she's supposed to be tripping and she's supposed to bang her head into the wall. Like she's supposed to trip and go head first into a brick wall, but she goes and goes boom, like into like a wall that's supposed to be like a gate. She goes boom right into it. That's the AI. Day or two later, I find that she had some horrific. It was in the New York Post. Otherwise, I wouldn't. If it was TMZ, I probably wouldn't even. But it was in the Post that she had some kind of MRI scan. That wasn't good. Like, really? Head MRI, to be exact. A week and a half before Charlie Kirk died. I made this bird, eagle, going up towards the sky. One word in the whole thing, freedom. Very pronounced. Charlie Kirk dies with the shirt on, freedom. The ballroom. Before the ballroom was announced, I had made a meme, excuse me, a video that was like one of my original AI videos where Melania and Trump are dancing at the White House, and I'm suggesting there's a reason to dance. And they're doing the waltz, specifically the waltz. And like a week later, they announced the ballroom. This shit happens when this guy freaks me out too because they're doing it to him too. This is Tyler Henson, the guy that I always. He doesn't get everything. He's awake, but he thinks that Q is not in control. Tyler, get a grip. We be dead. Communism doesn't take decades. It takes months. Months. We almost got taken over in this country. If Biden was really in charge for 4 years, we would have been communists. Easy schmeezy. They're already trying to get Memdami out. They're bringing it up in Congress. Come on. So Mama Helen says she's not Halle Berry. Could very well be. Now, guys, when I say she's Halle Berry, understand that it doesn't necessarily mean that she's an actress, that she's Halle Berry pretending to be Candace. It doesn't necessarily mean that. She could have had clones. Clones are not exactly alike, or they could be shaped. But the difference between clones, there's a few differences. There are a few differences. Um, for example, it is believed that Mama Helen would say it's believed that they don't have genitals. I've heard this too. Do I know it for a fact? No, I never opened up a clone's pants. I have not been that interested. And if it was a clone, I probably wouldn't have known it at that time. Maybe now I would. I would take a good look at certain people. Like if I was at a Trump rally again, I would take a good look at certain people. So let's see what Tyler here, the flat earther, the fittest flat earther. I don't know why he calls himself that. I think he does work out or something. I think it's his other YouTube channel, something or surfs or runs or I don't know what the hell he does. I don't give a shit. Hell, helpful to turn on the.
That's a lot of you, fool. And if her showing you her Masonic hand symbols over and over again and literally telling you she's a Mason,
I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA.
still isn't enough for you to see through her act? Well, what if I could show you that she's not even who she claims to be? In fact, she's a completely different person. You should stick around. Before I start explaining, I want you to notice the difference in those two noses. Very different, right? You see, something you don't realize about these characters on the world stage is that they start off as real people, but then they are taken over by the puppet organization. Now, I want you to notice how those dots seem to be in different places, right? That's a little lower, not so close to the nose. That one's real close to the nose, and their eyes look different. Puffy, more straight. That one's rounded, not so puffy. But they both seem to be Candace, even though her chin's much different here. Why would that be? I'll tell you why. This is original Candace, and this is the world stage Candace. Now again, I want you to look at these three noses. Those two seem to be the same, yet that one's different. That's Candace of today, and that's Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Their noses seem pretty similar, and their chins, yet this one seems much different than the other two. Original Candace, world stage puppet, faked death became Candace. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, look at that chin. Candace, today's Candace.
Today's
Candace,
much prettier.
aka
I don't know what he's seeing.
Lisa Lopez.
I don't
Who
see it that
became
much.
the new world stage Candace, and I don't know what happened to the original Candace. She's probably part of the club too, and just somewhere
No,
else.
she's not, moron. The club is dead.
But if you're not
You're a
convinced,
fucking
hold
moron,
on a second.
Tyler.
Remember this
Why don't
one
you
where I
call
said
me, you-
the eyes didn't match, puffy and flat and more rounded, and
so lost.
these marks were off? Well, and
Like,
that
I
was
fucking bided it
original
off
Candace
for
with the
years, and
longer
look at them still playing
chin.
games.
Yeah,
Are you
the
serious?
longer
How are you
elongated
this
chin.
smart and this dumb at the same
And Lisa,
time?
Lisa Left Eye Lopez, aka current Candace. Now let me show you something. Now these eyes seem to match very well. Not puffy here, but flat.
I just don't get it. I don't get this guy. Come on, man. Really? Give me a ding-a-ling. No, I don't like the phone. I don't use the phone. Dude, give me a ding-a-ling. That doesn't sound right either. What is Ryan saying? Is they cutting food stamps? Is they cutting off Section 8? Is they cutting off? Oh my God. Oh my God. You see how bad it is? Do you see how bad it is? This is the current top search results on Google. It's not a parody. It's freaking real.
Mi fellow Americanos y bienvenidos al cierre de Schumer. That means welcome to the Schumer shutdown. We call it the Schumer siesta, right? It's the Schumer siesta. He put the government on siesta, crying Chuck. And El Hakimo Jefe Jeffries, we used to call him Dollar Store Obama, till we realized he's worth far less than $1. But they put the government on siesta to give illegal aliens your health care. We're not going to let it happen. I looked at both of them. I said, we're not going to let it happen. It's no bueno. I said, it's no bueno. They begged me. They said, but senor, por favor, please give illegal aliens the health care. I said, we're not going to do it. We're never going to do it. It's not going to happen. And they're also very upset about our big, beautiful sombreros. You look at them. These are the greatest sombreros the world has ever seen. We really have the best sombreros, and everybody wants one except Crying Chuck and El Hakimo,
El
Jefe
Hakimo.
Jeffries. They don't want one, but they're going to wear one when all is said and done. We're going to end the siesta. We're going to reopen the government, and we will not give in to the demands of Chuck and El Jefe. We're not going to do that. Thank you. God bless you. Dio lo bendiga, and God bless America. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Hola, mi fellow stars.
Oh, I'm sorry, but this is good acting.
You, everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along. I wrote a song for you. And all the things you do. And it was called Yellow. So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. And it was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something.
You just can't. You can't say no to something like that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. You see, I have a few fun ones. I love watching this. Oh my god, baby laughter, am I right? Dad has fun. That's the way to be a daddy. I love it. I love him laughing.
What's happening in Jamaica right now, the more I start to raise some questions. Did you know that Jamaica is on the 2030 Smart City agenda? Who else is on that agenda? LA, before their forest fire, directed energy weapons. Sorry. Maui was also on that list before their forest fires that demolish everything in sight and don't burn the trees somehow. Then we have this natural disaster in Jamaica, because you can't really build smart cities on top of current foundation now, could you? This is the biggest hurricane that's ever hit Jamaica, by the way. This place is very close to my heart. You think that this is just natural, God's plan, then your head's in the sand and has been for a long time.
Yep.
It's also super interesting, the Maui wildfires that happened. This red line here is where all the devastation was, and it's the exact same transit that their proposed railway was for their smart city. What a shocking coincidence. Now look, guys, this is engineered 100%. Don't care what you think, it is. The thing that they don't want us to know is that we as a collective can cancel all of this shit out. We can abolish the parasites that are doing these things. They fear the day that we come together and we start working in unity, we start manifesting as a collective. If everyone in the world would sit together right now in silence and start putting our good thoughts into creating a new world for ourselves, then it would absolutely happen. The parasites cannot manifest. That's why they put all these ideas into the collective consciousness, because we hold the matrix up like glue. Now I'm praying for Jamaica. I'm sending my good energy and all of my beautiful thoughts that way. And everyone watching this should too. If you don't know what HARP is, look up HARP. If you don't know what geoengineering is, look up geoengineering. These are man-made events, all with a plan to further their agenda. Now let's keep our thoughts and prayers with Jamaica, and let's manifest a better future. Peace and love. So the more I look into this
I am not convinced that it's a bad thing. As I've said it a few times before, there are people get hurt during every war. There's civilians that get hurt. It's very possible that they're doing this as best as possible, without hurting people, to try to change. I mean, if there is that much evil, it's not going to be as easy as bulldozing part of the White House. You got to bulldoze half an island or something to get rid of the tunnels. to be able to go under in the cover of tunnels. I am hoping, and I believe him, it is geoengineered. There's no doubt in my mind. It's just too much of a line, like things. I've said this a million times to the flat earthers. There's nothing in the world, there's nothing natural that's flat. Nothing. Unless it's made to be flat. And this thing has like a line, a lineage. Like it's on a direct course. It's definitely seems engineered to me. And is it good or bad? I don't think the bad have that much control anymore. We have so many people on our team now. So if we started with 47 countries, which was Central Command, right? CENTCOM. I finally said it right. I always frick that one up too. If we started with that, got about 20 more, and then what we're seeing now, we have to be up to a good 90 countries. So close to half the countries in the world. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is the bad guys still doing it. I don't know if they'd have that money. That's a lot of money. But as I said, I agree with them. It is absolutely HARP. Or there's different HARPs. There's not just one HARP. I do believe one of the HARPs was in Central or South America. And that it did control the last hurricane that, which one was it that hit North Carolina? Missed Florida, completely jumped over Florida. Doesn't make sense, people. If you haven't seen it in your lifetime, why would you think it's happening now? If it doesn't make sense, it's most likely not true. What is this?
Oh, shit! In the tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic point. Oh, fuck! Aboard this tiny ship, the mate was a mighty sailing man. Oh, fuck! Skipper brave and sure, 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. Oh, fuck! A 3-hour tour. Ah, fuck! A 3-hour tour. Just sit right back.
Guys, sometimes I don't even know what I have. What I have. That's that one. Okay. I know I have more in here that we must watch. What this is, I don't know. Oh, okay. This is the space line.
Everyone's telling you I was fucking wrong? Showed me. Yeah. So fucking explain to me. Here you go.
Sorry,
the guy's getting off the rocket ship. Who the fuck is filming him? Who's filming him? A guy? How'd the fucking guy get up there if this is the first guy that's supposed to be on the fucking moon? A different rocket ship? I don't know. So they sent the rocket ship up there. He got off and he's like, all right, come on up now. I'm ready to fucking film. Are you fucking serious? Rocket ship? He's supposed to be the first guy on the moon. It's bullshit. The car. How the fuck did the car fit in that rocket ship? Look, how did that car fit in the rocket ship? I don't know. Okay, right. More bullshit. Then the guy's floating around with a big fucking cord to his stomach, and they're telling you that's his fucking, life support. Was it fucking feeding him through the fucking tube like a baby? They fucking bouncing around like a fucking jerk off. Yeah, watch. Let me show you. There it goes. Bye-bye. You know what? I'm gonna stay behind. You guys go back to Earth. I'll fucking die up here. And how the fuck did he get the film back to Earth?
The camera guy's
left fake fucking parachute. Hey, we're home now. What happened to the guy back on the moon? They just left him? Everyone guesses they don't have any fucking facts. Bullshit. I can show you how the fucking moon landing was fucking...
Oh, that was it. Excuse me, that went down the wrong way. Oh my god, that was funny. Oh, I made one for Brian. That was yesterday. But it's not Halloween for another couple of days. Brian, my Star Trek friend. I'm not a Star Wars person at all. The old Star Wars maybe, but see. I should have had this all separated, but guys, it's my birthday, so fuck off.
And the live stream is waning, which means that if we just listen to my colleague Matthias, the best thing in the world would be to leave it to you, the people. Now it's up to you to share what clearly, based on the cavernous emptiness we see in all of these spaces, is only going to be heard if you share it. So it feels very appropriate that I should be the one with the quietest voice. But let's let that lion roar, shall we? I'm done talking about COVID, and I'm done talking about SARS-CoV-2, and I'm done for a very simple reason. For 110 years, we, the people of the world, have been lied to. We're a group, a very small number of criminal, industrial conspirators
Not a small
decided to subordinate the entirety of the human population for the purpose of their sinister plans to enrich themselves while impoverishing and killing the rest of humanity. And I'm done being polite. We've long passed polite. When the words acceptable death rate become part of an industrial norm, we have lost the plot of humanity. And that's not my words. Those were the words of the World Health Organization and of Pfizer and of Moderna when they were given the authorization to begin the process of killing human beings in the interest of advancing their goals. Next slide. And I'm also not going to sugarcoat this. This is a criminal cartel. We are acting as though there's some sort of redeemable quality somewhere in some esoteric layer that somehow or another the World Health Organization must have some salutatory benefit. Well, I'm going to tell you, since its formation in the 1940s, the World Health Organization has been nothing more than a criminal cartel that has a sole and singular intent. And I will show you the document that proves what I'm saying. This is not an allegation. This is actually provable by their own words in their own hand. And they use a four-step process to execute every one of their nefarious plans. They begin by planning an exercise, then they go to the business of funding that exercise, then they create the rationale for the thing that they're going to do, and then they deploy and profit from it. And in violation of 15 U.S. Code Section 19, which, well, the translators are gone.
I was going to say it was getting a bit dragged out there, but sounds good to me. It's if you're not waking up now, who or what else has to be said for it to happen? God, I have so much shit. I'm not going to get through it.
And it's absolutely terrifying. In 1923, archaeologists uncovered a sealed tomb in Egypt. Inside, they found something that defied logic. A photograph dated 1987. It showed a man in modern clothing standing in front of the tomb, holding a camera. The man was identified as Elon Huck, a scientist who vanished in 1987 while working on a top-secret government project called Kronos. The project's goal? To unlock time travel. But it was shut down after Huck disappeared without a trace. The photograph had a chilling message scrawled on the back. I tried to stop it, but the loop is inevitable. Years later, in 1980, another photograph surfaced. This one showed Elon Huck, now decades older, standing in front of the same tomb. The date on the photo? 2025. Experts were stunned. How could a man exist in 3 different timelines? And what did he mean by the loop is inevitable? The final clue was found in Huck's 1987 lab notes. He wrote, "Time isn't linear, it's a loop, and I'm trapped in it." But here's the twist. In 2023, a team of researchers decided to open the tomb again. Inside, they found a camera, the same one from the photographs. When they developed the film, it showed a picture of them, standing in the tomb, dated 2045. This is the only proof we have of time travel.
That's not proof. That's a fucking story. I mean, listen, guys, you can have stories, right? And hear stories and stories. The only reason stories can be somewhat true, well, A, if it's firsthand, right? If somebody witnesses it and you really believe this person. But also if there's other, I don't even mean facts. I mean, you take in a real story, but then there's another story that kind of fits it. Like somebody else's observation fits it and somebody else's observation, and it's totally different. Then your story is getting more proof. But this is I don't know, I don't know where I got that from or why. Or if somebody actually believed that. Come on. No, 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 no. And no, 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 no.
El Papa's Big Box ha vuelto. Dos piezas de signature chicken o tres tenders. Dos acompañantes.
I stumbled onto something rather curious, my friends. This is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. It's an audio recording allegedly from a certain famous organization, and we'll get into that in a little bit.
He's got Doom.
Here's a picture of it.
Mr. T.
And it's from a company that used to have the name Lucifer in it.
Fantasy Lab.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. What they're saying there, allegedly they convene every 100 years to plan out how things are going to go. And what it's saying is rather surprising. And it seems to fit into some of the other things that we're seeing going on around us currently. For example, right now, we're seeing the government is shut down. And a lot of people are talking about these EBT SNAP benefits are essentially no longer going to be available November 1st. For 40 million Americans. Could this cause a lot of chaos? A lot of people are putting out these TikToks saying that they're going to just steal whatever they want because they don't have the money from their EBT or SNAP benefits. And so we're going to get into some of these things that I've discovered with regards to this audio recording from Lucis. It's called Lucis, Trust. That's what the company's called, which it used to be called Lucifer. And it seems to be related to some group from a
Lucifer. So we're not going to watch 27 minutes of this guy right now, but in the Vatican. No. Is it? I think it is in the Vatican. There's a telescope there called Lucifer. But it's not called Lucifer anymore. They don't use that name anymore. Lucy or something. They shortened it, made it cute. But it's there. Why? It's like one of the better telescopes. Observational, astronomical telescopes. An observatory, right? They're lying to you. I want to watch this guy, but there was another thing. I'll find that Lucifer out because something tells me there's two. One might be off the coast of South Africa or Africa, somewhere over there, and then one's in the Vatican. Flat earthers believe that these observatory telescopes are actually made to not work correctly. And if you see who's in control of them, it does bring up questions. So do I believe it? I don't know. There's just too much not to believe. This is my problem, not looking through every video. But I should have had things prepared, but I really don't care. Watch it, don't watch it.
Let me tell you something. Girl, I ain't never want to believe that Michelle Obama was really Michael. They tried to tell me that Barack was in the men, and I used to tell them, hell no, ain't no way, boy. But then, just like that goddamn Will Smith went on that red table with bald head,
Barack pulled up on Michael. He pulled up to his husband, Black Taylor, and he came straight out the goddamn closet. Check this shit out.
And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be
like,
everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So
now y'all might not like Donald, but one thing the orange man ain't gonna do is no shit like what Obama just said. In fact, the main reason them rainbow people got so much goddamn power is because the laws Obama passed while he was sitting in office.
Exactly.
He passed a law called Don't Ask, Don't Tell in 2010, a law that promoted that rainbow shit in the military that Trump just undid. He then passed another law that made it a federal crime to even talk about them rainbow people in any kind of negative way. He also gave federal benefits to rainbow couples that receive exclusive benefits that the straight people.
Because it is not even about gay. It is about the transvestism. It is about them creating it. It is about them indoctrinating it into society for many reasons. We've gone over this before. There's people are figuring it out their own ways. I don't care how you figure it out. From my loud mouth or this guy, don't care. Figure it out.
He approved the marriage of the same genders, and no sitting president ever did that. And believe it or not, he passed more laws than that for them goddamn Skittles. Now, personally, I don't have nothing against the rainbow people.
Right.
Mrs. C, Saucy Santana, RuPaul, and all the rest of them in the Will Smith. All y'all ain't got no problem with y'all. I just ain't never knew that Barack was one. Cause I thought Barack Obama was a gangster. I thought my president is black, my girlfriend blue. I thought Barack Obama was straight. But the whole time, he one of them. That's why Michelle always telling us she ain't get no goddamn divorce. Cause they really homegirls. Cause when Michelle take that goddamn wig off, and then she wipe off that goddamn makeup, and then she kick them goddamn heels off, she become Michael. And at the dog, him and goddamn Barack Obama be playing throw up tackle in that goddamn White House when they used to stay there. Look at these pictures. They done caught Michelle being Michael in the public.
I think we get the point, my friend. The foot thing. I love it. Oh, I like laughing. If you don't, I mean, the thing is, what he's trying to say here is like, it doesn't matter that he's gay or he's bi or he's transsexual or whatever the fuck he is. It didn't matter. The fact is, he lied to us. All right, I don't need shit. I don't want birthday freaking wishes. I can't stand. I don't want to remember I'm 40.
How to pull up birth certificate bonds, okay, is like with Fidelity.
Thank you, Dana.
You are going to have to go here and create and open your own account so that you can see your own account information, okay? Because if somebody else has your CUSIP numbers or whatever else out there, they would then just be able to go in there. Okay, you don't want them to see what's going on. You don't want them to try to be able to request your cashola. The particular step, which is educational information only, entertainment purposes, you're going to go to fidelity.com, okay, and you're going to go there and you're going to create an account first. After you create an account, per these instructions, you're going to go, it says, you will see a tab in the upper left-hand corner that says research. You're going to click on that and go to where it says quote, okay, the quote option. Number 3, at the top of the page, you're going to see where it says delayed quotes. Click on symbol lookup. Take the number of the court case, birth certificate, or the social security number, and red CUSIP number on the back of the social security card and place it in the box. Match the, or make the search by mutual fund and fund number. And then click the search button, okay? The social security and the red CUSIP numbers, a new CUSIP number will appear on the page. This number is a number of the CUSIP that is on the bond that the social security account is linked to. Okay, so it seems like either what they've done or what the whole process has been about for some of those who the information didn't pull up is that there's a, you have your bond or certificate with its own CUSIP, but then there's a corresponding one from here to the kit and caboodle.
The numbers on the back of the social security card in red designate your body. It is the serial number of your stock. And this is why if you are wealthy, you are preferred stock. If you're poor, you are common stock. Essentially, you are treated as a stock on the stock market. Your body is bought and sold through the use of your birth certificate. You have to have a birth certificate. Therefore, your birth certificate is signed by your mother, and where your mother signed on the birth certificate, get it. And you will see it does not say parent or mother, it says informant. Your mother was informing the bank that she has just produced another product to be bought and sold. England. The British Crown, through international banking, owns your physical body, and that's the law. You can think it's funny all you want, so the bottom line is that you are a maritime admiralty product, and if you could get your original birth certificate back, you would find that on the back of the birth certificate are all the banks around the world. All over the world, banks have used.
So basically, when Sergeant Horton begins to explain it, it's the boat comes, all right, so maritime law is of the water. The boat comes in. It goes into the dock and then right to the hospital, right? Where doctors take over in dock and then in the nation, tri-nation. Something, I'm getting it a little messed up, but it's something to that effect. This is true maritime law. This is what was going on. This is why Trump had the Great Seal down. This is why there were fringes on the flags. I mean, people, if you never noticed it in your 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of life, and it's happening now, there's a reason.
Your birth certificate.
I'm not here to convince you, but I am here to inform you that you do have the ability to view your bond account information, but you won't have access to it. What you're seeing is only a reflection of a much larger financial system, one built on debt, credit, and value traded in your name. Every bond, every instrument, every transaction moves through institutions like the Federal Reserve and International Monetary Fund, where your identifies your name, your number represents financial potential. They trade on the value every single day because you are the true assets that keeps the system alive, but they don't want you to know this.
Humans.
How to pull up birth certificate bonds.
We're not going to get all that money back, but we will get some of it. We have been enslaved. If I'm not mistaken, this young man looks black to me. He don't care. He ain't saying nothing about reparations. He's telling you we all slaves. Or we were. I don't know what this is. Looks like Family Guy. I love Family Guy, by the way. Haven't watched it in a while, but I do love it.
When do we want it? Also unclear. Why do we want it? Because it was forwarded to us in an email, so it must be true. Yeah! What do we want? We don't know. When do we want it? Also unclear.
I don't know.
Why do we want it? Because it was forwarded to us in an email, so it must be true.
That background is not... I don't know where I get these things. All right, let me see. One other thing. If I find it. Oh, I gotta put up I probably have to put up a new meme. It's probably about time. Grand Trump entrance. This was pretty cool. Let's watch that for a second. It's nothing to it. That, I mean, you can't look at those. Oh my God, I would love to be like, love to be there. I would love to be there. All right, let me see. I'm gonna show you one last thing, and then we'll call it a night. Although it's just beginning for me. And there are you. I have another Warren Indian one for later. For Halloween. I like a table. No. Why not? You don't have a reservation. Steve Bannon claims there is a plan for Donald Trump to secure third term as president of the United States after our next election scheduled for 2028. This is absolutely possible, guys, for many, many reasons. But I keep saying, well, you know, he should let go and whatever. But God knows that I'm telling you, he cannot be the only man playing Trump. It's impossible. It's impossible. He is not like omnipotent, right? He is not actually Q from Star Trek. He's not. So, whatever he is doing, the actors can still play him and he can come out once in a while. So if he decides that, yeah, let's do it another 4 years and I'll stay in hiding or whatever until like everything is safe and well, he is definitely giving up his life for us. Not exactly what we're seeing, but in other ways. Javier Milei, I think it's Milei, hails tipping point as far-right party wins Argentina midterm elections. Candace Owens accused me of murder. Oh. Ay. Mega meeting. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Zohan, through tears. My aunt stopped taking the subway after 9/11. Well, you know, we stopped wearing shoes online for security at the airport, so just saying. It was all a lie anyhow, guys. Where is it? Oh yeah, that guy's fantastic. Maybe I should do that. I gotta thank Brian Fox. I gotta thank Tim. I gotta thank Alan. John. Where is this one? Oh, I like my meme didn't get that many likes. It only got one answer. That's all right. I'll redo it again. Where is the one with the don't want to sit here looking at that. So that's a whole jihad thingy-majiggy. You know? And let me tell you, they stink. They stink. They're just like that in the summer and they wear black. It's not pleasant. I can't find it. I like this one. Some people are like slinkies, not really good for much, but bring a smile to your face when you push them down the stairs. What I wanted to do is show you the AI differences. And if I don't find the video I'm looking for, then I didn't think it was this far down. Guys, I know that it's Venezuela and stuff. I had some people ask me about that, and it's like, because we got the Gulf is why we can have military doing what it's doing. So there's always a reason, there's a method to Trump's madness. Oh, here it is. Wow, it was last week already. Get ready.
Oh, hey! How are you? Oh my God! You okay? Come here, I got you.
watching you stand. All of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I love to for 1,000 years.
Common sense. First of all, use common sense. Look, this looks really bright and out there compared to the rest of the blurriness. Right? AI does that a lot. If something moves and falls on its own, it should be a red flag. Okay? Televisions don't move like that. I can't tell you how many. There are people that are catching on that it's AI. Now take a look also. You see this blurred out above the baby's head? Okay, guys? Big hint. This is the AI producer. This is the person or the app or the company that created this AI. It is blocked out. Now, I pay for my AI is obvious. I try not to hide it. It's in the feeds. It's in the hashtags. I hate hashtags. Why doesn't it just do what it's supposed to do? But it is in there. You're not supposed to hide it. So even though I don't always have the because there's sometimes I do have it in some of my other apps, but I pay for it to be removed. There are okay, so there are other things anyhow. Let's see. I want to show you one other.
Okay?
It's obvious. Come on. I've seen that one before AI, so I wonder.
Milo, what are you watching?
Like, why would she be reaching for that? It's and you don't see her. It's like this one. What? This thing just falls off. Also looks smaller when it lands. I might be wrong, but I'm usually not. Usually not that wrong, guys. I don't know why. This one, the baby just starts to roll away. Now listen to this one very carefully. This is the biggest giveaway. This is someone that doesn't understand AI that much. A lot of AI that you make for those 5 or 10 seconds, right, will come with its own music. So if you're making one of a baby by the stairs, it might say, okay, I'm going to put baby music on it. But they didn't extract the music from the video, which people that understand what I'm talking about will understand what I'm talking about. You could take the music or the sound or the vocal or whatever out of the actual video, but they were too lazy to do it, and they have this other music on top, but it didn't cover this. So listen. Here too. Here's the baby. See, this was blurred out. Come on. Really? Really? The baby is not affected. It's not even looking. This is what I saw. I swear to you, this is what I saw on the January 6th video that I watched. Like, the people in the back of the doors, there was one guy at least that I remember walking across from one office going to another. He had some kind of manila envelopes in his hand, and the gunshot goes off. What we saw, I don't know if it was a different angle. It was a different angle. They may not have kept it in because the guy didn't jump, he didn't jitter, he didn't run, he didn't duck, he didn't go into the other room. He didn't throw the manila folder up in the air with all the papers when Baba got shot. That was a green screen, most likely. You got green screens, CGI, and AI guys that have been around for decades. 9/11. Those were missiles. I don't know what happened to those people on the planes. Well, we know about one plane, right? The Pennsylvania one went down. There's a lot more, but I'm gonna look through everything before because this was such a mess, and I'm thankful for like the 2 people that stopped in. I don't care. I know others will watch it. Um, Maybe we learned something, maybe we didn't, maybe we had some laughs. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll see you on the darker side, the Halloween night. I don't know. How can I do that shit right? I have such an evil voice. Gollum, Gollum. I have an alto. I can't help it. Very, very, very alto. Although I still can't. I was hoping that I'd be able to sing a little bit after smoking, not smoking for a couple of years. Day after tomorrow, I think the day after my birthday, I quit when I turned 47. So it's gonna be 2 years. I never even thought of that until now. I just remember thinking it was before Halloween, but after my birthday sometime. I wanted to go over the Henry Kissinger thing, but I don't think. I mean, nobody really wants to hear about this shit right now, anyhow. Or do you? There is a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah. And the other thing I want to check up on is Bob Ross's paintings. If they got so, oh, I think it's November 10th, so we have to wait to see if PBS will make enough money. They're selling off poor Bob's paintings. Are you kidding me? They're auctioning it off. You know, auctions start at a certain price, but because they don't want you to, they don't want it to go any lower. But I really don't, I'm so sure that they're not going to, because nobody wants to supply money to, communists. The first nude man, maybe the second I have ever seen was on, and I'm not talking about dad or my brothers or whatever. I'm talking about was on PBS. He was taking a shower, and I'm like, are they really showing this? I'm thinking to myself as a child, I'm like, they're showing this on PBS. Like what? And I would watch all weird channels because I was looking for Doctor Who and British shit and New Jersey Network, the NJ, and certain channels in New York would play old stuff like old sci-fi. Like if you guys remember, oh God, he was a number. He was an agent. That I was very young. That must have been like earlier than Buck Rogers. It was early. He was an agent. He kept trying to escape. They were all just numbers. Like we're all just bricks in a wall. God, I used to like that show, but I was really, really young. All right. Yeah, there's a lot more to go over. Oh, Pinkertons, I want to go over that. Henry Kissinger, I wanted to go over that. The Gilded Age, wanted to go over that. Yes, yes, I wanted to go. Oh my God. I wanted to see if there was a small story before I leave, but all right, no. I just want to say, like, I'm shocked at all the sharing that you guys are asking. How do you share my videos, my shorts, and I'm getting a lot on TikTok, and not well, I was getting on TikTok, but mostly on Facebook now. And I'm trying to get on Rumble, and I think that's where it's going to end because I'm visual, and the top visual is YouTube. And then you got Spotify and Apple Podcasts for audio. I am not an Apple fan, but it is one of the better podcasts. So I'm going to stick on Rumble and YouTube. And that is it. Yeah, I think I'm going to end it here, guys. There was a video I wanted to play, but I can't seem to get it work on anything. So it is not me, it is them. They took it down. I just wanted to double check, but it doesn't seem like I can get it to work. And it was the girl captured chat. Maybe it was Elon's one of the chats, one of the AI chats was saying how something was an impossibility. I gotta ask, maybe it was Momma Helen that gave it to me. It's not in my phone. So I only have it on Facebook and it's not playing on the Facebook. I am so not sure why. And I'm not going to sit here and bore everybody, although there's only 2 of you watching. Oh, fudge. And I thought maybe I had it. I really wanted to watch that. There's one last thing I'm gonna go. There's like these families that play like games if you ever watch them. They make these home games and they win these little prizes, and sometimes they're cute and sometimes they're lots of money. I don't know what these people do. But people watch them and donate. So they get money. They get money and I guess they put it in these prizes. But sometimes they have like these questions. You have to answer the question. And I thought this was cute. I have a body, arms, legs, and a head, but have no guts. Body, head, arms, and legs, but I have no guts. What am I? So the kid was supposed to say a specific answer, and he didn't. He said government. And he can't be in his early 20s. I'm telling you. The government has no guts. But you know who does? Our Donald Trump, the President of the United States. Take care, all. Love you all. I hope I didn't bore you. Hope we learned something. I don't know. I think I bored myself to sleep. Take care.